Hello, everyone. Welcome to TOI Digital, your daily guide to all that's happening in Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. We've got Dwaipan Datta, who's joining us from Chennai, and we've got Gaurav Gupta, who's joining us from Indore. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. And we are back again to discuss what else but Roko, our favorite topic right here on TOI Sports. 175,000 tickets have been sold across the three one-day internationals. They said the one-day cricket does not have a future and everything, but here we are. 175,000 tickets have been sold, and that's to see the two gentlemen, Roko.
Yes, yeah. See, one day cricket without India doesn't have a future. Whenever it's India and the stars, tickets do sell. It has never been a problem. We hardly see a one day match in India, the contextless one day match which goes with empty stands. So that is never been the case. And having said that, yes, here Roko is the big issue. Roko, the NRIs there, they feel that this is, and of course it is also their last chance to see the two players on the ground together and playing. So yeah, of course. So there is a sense of interest, anticipation, and of course I will agree to the fact that this ODI series, when it was announced, first things first, what our reaction was, ये series हो क्यों रहा है इस time पे, ये तीन match without context. Now this entire Roko thing, this has added context to the series. Like, people are interested, people are following. Probably it will have more following than the T20s that are to follow. So that shows the pulling powers of these two gentlemen who are at the fag end of their careers, or we will find out.
Okay. Interestingly, Gaurav, you're on mute right now. Interestingly, Ajit Agarkar was on a private television channel today at a summit where he spoke about Roko, Shami. I was very surprised that he got permission to be on a platform like that. Otherwise, all the checks and balances come into play. And he's saying that it will be silly for him to say that they are being put on trial on every series, and that their record speaks for themselves. Is it a bit of public speak, or is it the reality?
I think it's more of a public speak, but yeah, it's a bit surprising to see that the BCCI, after claiming that Ajit Agarkar will only be available to talk to the media on in at press conferences, suddenly turns up for an event. Matlab, basically, there are no rules in place, and rules are meant to be broken clearly. He's going on a private channel and talking. I also just happened to, before you mentioned, I happened to see that footage, and I was quite surprised. But I guess once in a while the BCCI allows these things to happen and speak on sensitive topics at that. I remember years earlier, Mr. Dilip Sarkar got pulled up by the BCCI when he was the chief selector because he used to write columns in Marathi newspapers, and wherein he would
And
talk
English
about.
as well.
Sorry.
And English as well.
In English as well, but more I think it was in his. I
No,
remember a
he was
story
writing.
that a
He was
He used to
publication
writing
write
in
made
in
about
our paper
he's
also.
saying in his Marathi columns about selection, about particular players, and then it was eventually he was told to stop his column. So I don't know where this has suddenly come from, because I never saw subsequently the selectors attending these kind of programs, whether it was MSK Prasad or Sandeep Patil, Krishnamachari
Sri-
Srikant.
Srikanth used to do unofficial press conferences outside the team
अनऑफिशियल
also.
करते थे
Outside,
बट ऐसे कोई किसी
but it
प्राइवेट
was not
चैनल के
organized.
कभी भी
हाँ.
ऐसे प्राइवेट चैनल के उसमें नहीं गए. This is the first time I've seen this in a long time, and I don't think that's fair to other news platform. But then that's a separate topic altogether, because this will now completely. So the horse has been bolted. Now everybody will be asking BCCI that can the हमारे शो में भी आ सकते हैं कल को. हम भी बोलेंगे कि हमारे शो में आना चाहिए अजीत
हाँ,
अगरकर
बियॉन्ड द
सर.
बाउंड्री पे आ सकते हैं. They
हाँ,
can
अंकल
call.
आना चाहिए.
We
आ
can call
सकते हैं
Ajit
भैया भी आना
Agarkar.
चाहिए.
हाँ.
तो ये तो this is extremely unfair on BCCI's part. But then going back to
Gaurav,
this thing,
you should
yeah.
use your good offices to talk to Ajit.
तो आज कॉल अजीत अगरकर.
Yeah.
I think these things are played out at a different level. But leaving that aside of his what he said and about what is this thing, the thing is obviously Roko ka pull to hoga. Cricket Australia has very smartly sold that series on the fact that this is going to be their virtually sloganeering it as their last series ever in Australia. The last time you would ever see them in action because they don't play 2 out of 3 formats. And ODIs anyways come hote hain. This series is obviously just sort of sandwiched between two. I was telling my colleague Nitin Naik yesterday, but he was not. I said that between two series, ये series sandwich किया है. Don't you sort of find it strange? You're just entered a home season. You played 2 tests against West Indies. Now suddenly you're going to all the way down to Australia to play 8 white ball games, and you'll come back to India and play a full multi-format series against South Africa, and then another white ball series after a short break against New Zealand. So, but it has suited Cricket Australia to the T, I think. And they now have the opportunity to, although there is a lot of conjecture was there when the Champions Trophy was played. That would have been the perfect platform for them to exit the ODI stage as well. But but believe me, what the chief secretary said there and what actually plays out is going to be entirely different. There is pressure on both of them to deliver. There's no doubt about it, and that has been made clear by the very fact that Rohit has been removed from the captaincy.
Okay, there is a comment by Karan Tyagi. He says, जीजी आज बाल कलर करके आए हैं. नहीं नहीं, जीजी आज बाल कलर करके नहीं आए, वो जीजी ऐसे ही आए हैं. ये नेचुरल कलर है जीजी का. डोंट से ऑल दीस थिंग्स. एक सुपर चैट आया है स्टीव टिकोलो का. दिस इज अ नेम दैट द्वैपन, you, I, and Gigi will know from our long days, from our graying hair. To be honest, this is because of Co, not Ro. If Ro was alone playing, would these tickets be sold? This is Virat following. Rohit just piggybacks on Kohli fame. That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Very unfair, very unfair. I was just looking at the stats of the two in Australia against Australia. Rohit's stats are better than Kohli's against Australia in Australia. I can read it out to you because I was doing a story on it, so I was just going through the stats.
Yeah, please,
So
please do read it out. Please do read it out.
okay, so just give me 1 second. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah. 1 sec. Yeah. So Rohit Sharma versus Australia in Australia. Now Virat Kohli versus Australia in Australia. 18 matches, 802 runs, 47.17 average, 3 centuries, 4 half centuries. Rohit Sharma, 19 matches, 990 runs, 171 highest, 4 centuries, 58.23 average, 90.99 strike rate, which is more than Virat Kohli's. This is just against Australia in Australia. Rohit Sharma has more centuries against Australia in Australia. He has four. Virat has three. So this entire discussion of him being the lesser player does not stand. So at least in this format, I am not talking about the other formats. When it comes to white ball cricket, why ODI cricket more specifically, I don't think this discussion stands. Yes, maybe Virat Kohli has a bigger market, but Rohit Sharma, when it comes to one day cricket, is equally big.
Okay, Chirag Patel has a super chat. Gigi, he says Gill, Rohit, Virat, Iyer, KL, Aksar, Washi, NKR, Siraj, Prasid, Rana. This will be playing 11. We don't need Kuldeep in Perth. GG batting depth is required in 2025 era. How did India win ICC event? Remember, balance is very important. India won Champions Trophy because of spinners as well. We shouldn't forget that. And one of the guys who helped India win the Champions Trophy is not here for the one dayers. Is this a fair 11 for the first one dayer, Gigi? I'll request the producer to keep the question on so that Gaurav can also look at it.
The question is to me, right?
Yeah, to you.
Yeah. So I'm saying that no, I don't entirely agree to this 11 because Kuldeep will definitely come in. I think possibly
You
at
need
the
a wicket
expense of,
taker. Yeah,
Sorry.
you need a wicket taker.
Yeah, you need a wicket taker. Kuldeep is always going to be there in the white balls sides in the T20s and the ODIs. He's not going anywhere. Tests also at home. So definitely, I think I'm pretty clear now that they're preferring him over Akshar. So he's there in sort of 3 out of 4 forms of cricket that we play. Maybe when we travel to the Sena countries, तब कुलदीप का थोड़ा problem आता है because you want to
So,
sort of
G-
stack up your batting. Yeah.
Gigi, I just want to know from you and then from Didi as well. Is there a worry that there'll be overexposure of Kuldeep this season, including the T20 World Cup? Because you want Varun and Kuldeep as your assets apart from Bumrah. Is there a worry that it could be overexposure? First Gigi and then Didi.
I think overexposure यार अभी with Kuldeep तो हो गया है. He's been playing now international cricket for the past 7-8 years. With Varun I can understand, but Varun का भी अब now most teams have played him. So you don't really sort of maybe with Varun you can hold him back in a few T20 games in Australia, so that you retain that factor when you go into the World Cup. But other than that, I think teams have played Kuldeep enough number of times now. So there's not much of an X factor. It's just that, and even if you know what Kuldeep is delivering, as Varun said the other day, in fact, to us in an interaction at the awards, that even if batsmen know what I'm doing, they still have to play me well, to deal with what I'm going to deliver to them in terms of the straighter ones, googlies, and flippers, and your normal leg spinners. So I guess the same holds true for Kuldeep as well. Even if you know what he's going to give, what he's going to bowl, you still have to play it, and you have to play it well. So, and on the big rounds of Australia, I don't see any reason why Kuldeep will not be there in the 11, definitely. And I don't think the Aussies are still too familiar in playing Kuldeep's brand of bowling, the Chinaman brand of bowling.
Didi, what do you say? What do you think? Is there a worry that there could be overexposure of Kuldeep if he keeps playing everything?
See, the thing about Kuldeep is that those who will play him from the hand will play him well, and those who don't will not be able to. See, we saw by the fourth innings of West Indies batting, the top order was reading him from the hand, so they did manage him slightly better in the fourth innings. So it is a question of who plays him from the hand and who doesn't play him from the hand. If you do not play Kuldeep from his hands, you will always struggle. That is what Chinaman bowlers are all about. Like if you are going to somebody who is slightly faster through the air, if you don't if you play him from the hand, then it becomes easy meat. Like Gavaskar once told of Brad Hogg that he's a net bowler because Gavaskar had that wherewithal to play a bowler like Brad Hogg from the hand, but you will never see a Chinaman bowler in the 70s, 80s, or 90s becoming very prominent because batters knew how to play them from the hand. But that is not the case now. Most of them don't pick him from the hand, and that is why he is very successful. As long as that keeps happening, he will be successful. He will be successful. Noor Ahmed will be successful. So it is a matter of the batters learning to play him or doing it. But it is a mystery to me how they do not still play him from the hands when there is so much technology now. That is what mystifies me more than anything else.
There's one more super chat again from Steve Ticolo. Gigi, he says Surya is on full on India media tour, but no one is asking him when he will score on slow pitches. When will he learn to score in front of the wicket instead of just the supla shot?
Supla shot. I think Surya is far better than just Supla shot, and I agree he has got a great sweep. He's worked hard on his sweep, and he's a very good sweeper and reverse sweeper of the ball. But always this is his shot, this is game which has worked for him for the past 3 years. From 21 to 24, he's actually been the best, by far the best batsman in T20 internationals that we have seen. So I think to suddenly doubt his game and say कि वो ऐसा क्यों कर रहा है वैसे, I think that's a bit. It could be a case of perhaps grinding skills, but then we have to wait and see a bigger sample size and a more extended run of poor form. He started the Asia Cup well actually. with that 47 not out, I think it was against Pakistan, and then he tapered off. You know, so definitely there are question marks on his form, and unfortunately, it has come at a time when he has the captaincy and India winning a lot of matches under him, and he seems to be pretty much in command. The boys relate to him. His captaincy record is fantastic. I think 25 wins in 29 matches. That he's captained in. But ये थोड़ा problem आ रहा है definitely form का, and but I don't think it's a technical issue. It's the same shots which have worked for him, the same sort of stroke play, the same unconventional shots इधर उधर मार के ये वो. So I don't know how he will, because this is what has got him success in all these years. Now you suddenly tell him to play proper cricket, सामने खेलो बिल्कुल, bat close to the ball, ये वो. I think he'll get completely confused. And at this stage of his life, it's difficult to change him now. Because he's worked hard on his T20 game, on his white ball game, which I have personally seen from 2017-18, where he used to tell you very clearly that GG bhai, now I want to focus on the white ball game, and it has reached a level where he's now not even there in the Mumbai Ranji Trophy squad, and I think he's accepted the reality that his red ball career is virtually done and dusted with. He's more of a white ball specialist now, and maybe his ODI career is also almost done with. So. I guess we just have to wait, and maybe in Australia he recovers form and he bounces back. हाँ, वो इंटरव्यू की बात रही, वो सबको दिया, मेरे को नहीं दिया इंटरव्यू उसने, तो मेरी उसकी थोड़ी बहुत
आपको जीजी भाई भी बोलते फिर भी नहीं दिया.
हाँ, फिर भी नहीं दिया, सोचो. तो like that. I have no shame in admitting that. But yeah, he's on the media tour, and he's a very media friendly guy, by the way. I must say that. And after a long time, you have an Indian captain who's willing to give interviews to everybody. Just after the Asia Cup win, I mean, starting that night itself, I think he gave a lot of interviews. And he's been very media friendly that way. Even in press conferences, you could see that he was even willing to take questions from a lot of Pak reporters, questions which were sort of like bouncers, like आपने ऐसा बोला है, ये आप सियासत बीच में आए हैं, but he was willing to take those questions head on. So I guess that way he's a very media friendly guy.
Okay.
By the way,
now,
Chandresh, if this Steve Ticolo is the same Steve Ticolo, then we should listen to him instead of he listening to us.
it's somebody who's
And I'm
He's
feeling a
somebody-
Kenyan this thing also, colors, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spoke about Steve Ticolo. There's one more super chat from Steve Ticolo. He says, "DD sir, top Australian paper put headline: King coming to shore. They don't have anything for Rohit. This Roko thing is done by Rohit PR team. Australia is all about Co, not about Ro."
I don't think you believe it. You will keep saying it, but I I gave you the numbers. And even look at the Champions Trophy. Champions Trophy final, Rohit played. Rohit was the man of the match. So, commercial pool, yes, maybe Virat Kohli is bigger. I'm guessing so. I watch it from a little bit of a distance. So, I find both of them when it comes to white ball cricket on a similar platform. I don't think it is for me. It is. In ODI cricket, it is Roko kind of are similar of different utility, but equally important players.
Yeah. Gigi, you were just talking about Surya not looking at one day cricket now. So it's going to be a while that Surya meets Rowe and Co also, no? Because they only play ODI, he only plays T20. They might not meet each other also. That the twain shall never meet then in that sense.
It's like how we had these test specialists, Murli Vijay, Jaydev Unadkar, बहुत सारे बीच में आए थे ना.
Even now, people like Sai Sudarshan and all will probably never meet Roko because they don't play one day or T20.
साई का तो बहुत ही यूनिक केस है बिकॉज उन्होंने आईपीएल में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और वो टेस्ट क्रिकेट में उनको होपिंग अगेंस्ट होप हो रहा है वो दैट एट नंबर 3 ही विल रिप्लेस पुजारा व्हिच इज एंड फॉर दैट मैटर आई मस्ट से दैट रजत पटीदार whom I've been following a bit in Indore, what he's been doing here, he's in fantastic form, fabulous form, blazing form. He scored a double hundred against Punjab today before rain arrived, and it was a fluent 126 force and on a turning track apparently. And I spoke to Chandrakant Pandit, the head coach of Madhya Pradesh, and Chandu was he said that on a turning track, after a long time I've seen such kind of a knock in domestic cricket wherein he didn't hit a single six, but he still dominated the bowling, and he batted unlike Rajat Patidar, who loves to sort of go aerial against the spinners, use his feet and deposit them out of the ground. But he was playing shots all around the ground, and he was he was saying that वो इतना अच्छा batting कर रहा था that he had 5-6 fielders on the boundary, with the Punjab spinners. Despite this being a turning track, they had given up on trying to get him out. He was so much in command, and yet his defense and everything, his temperament, everything was on the ball. So you have an option going into the, when you sit down to select your team for the South Africa series for the middle order. I mean, I'm sure before that there are two A matches against South Africa here, and I hope Rajat does well there and stages a comeback.
Yeah, Tamil Nadu could have done with Sai Sudarshan in that Ranji Trophy game. Bowled out for 93. I didn't want to bring it up, but
Oh Lord,
DD, I'm forced to bring it up. I
against
know it
who?
is difficult. Huh? I know it is difficult for you
Against who?
to.
Which team? Which team?
Huh? They were
Jharkhand,
playing against Jharkhand.
Jharkhand. Oh Lord.
against Jharkhand at home.
419 Jharkhand made. Ishan Kishan scored 100, and Tamil Nadu was bowled out. They
173.
were 23 for 6 at one point. 23 for
Yesterday,
6.
18 for 5.
That's crazy.
18 for 5 yesterday. And
So
on a
Ishan
good
Kishan
batting pitch.
at 173 has comfortably outscored Tamil Nadu basically.
And they are falling on at home. Very sad.
Yeah,
Very,
for
very
it.
sad. There's a super chat from Dikshita, or regular. बस जर्नोस एंड बीसीसीआई को ही नहीं देखना वीके को इन ओडीआईस. द्वैपेन, दिस इज फॉर यू.
बस जार्नोस एंड बीसीसीआई को नहीं देखना वीके.
They're saying that you only journos and BCCI don't want to see VK in ODIs. Everyone else in the pure Brahmand, everybody wants to see VK play.
No, I think even the journos and BCCI want to see VK in ODIs.
No, the one in green does not want to see. The
Is
one in
it?
green doesn't. Yeah,
No, but
he
there
said
is
that.
no there is no reason for VK not to be in ODIs. I completely agree. Like there has to be some sort of a reason as to why he should not be in ODIs, other than the fact that he's 36 years old. At 36 he is not in this age of sports science, etc. It's not much of an age. He's a master of that format, and unless there is his form drops, like why should you drop Virat Kohli? I really do not see a reason as to why he should be. He went from the two formats that he should have gone. Yeah, Test cricket, his form plummeted, and it stayed so for a very long time. It was a good decision that he did not go to England. T20s, he left at the right time, because like you could see in the T20 World Cup that this kind of T20 cricket that is being played now, his game is not that sort of a game. His game is more of a holding game, though the strike rate is in the 150s, should often reach in the 150s, but his game is different. But this is one format where he has excelled. Let him fail. If he fails, he will go. These days, how I see the Indian team is being selected, the reputation, that is one good thing that has happened in the Gautam Gambhir era, is that reputation selection on the basis of reputation has gone out of the window. So if they fail, they will go. So don't worry.
One more super chat. This is for you, Gigi, from Pushpa Vati. She says, Gigi bhai, Kuldeep Yadav doesn't require Perth condition. Fast bowlers will dominate pitch. Remember, Rana, Krishna, Siraj, NKR, Aksar, Washi. This bowling unit, and remember, Australia batting unit is weak. There is no Smith, there is no Maxi, there is no Stoinis, because all three have retired from one-day cricket.
Steve
Maxi and
Smith has
Stoinis
retired from
and
one-day cricket.
Yeah, after
हाँ,
champions, he retired. Yeah.
अरे
Steve Smith.
गिरी था वो लोग रिटायर करते हैं. They don't hang
No,
on and on. कि
no,
हमारा
but,
छठा
but
साल
they,
और-
they do not have a player of his quality.
But he retired. They have had to bring back Marnus Labuschagne because Cameron Green is injured.
Yeah.
Steve Smith retired from ODIs. Okay.
They have
Steve
a
Smith-
dangerous batting lineup in T20s, but the one-day lineup is vulnerable and ready for picking.
No batting, absolutely no batting. I was looking at, they have a very good bowling lineup, but the batting is very, like I thought probably Steve Smith was taking a break because of Ashes, but I
They don't play
remember
Tim David, right? In ODIs, they don't play Tim
No, he
David.
doesn't. So Tim David, Marcus Stoinis, all the dangerous guys are in the T20 format.
हाँ, तो मतलब even if they get hammered in the ODIs, they will come back roaring in the T20s and in the
There are
T20
five
World Cup.
matches.
They go in
There are
as
five matches.
Yeah. And the T20 World Cup, they would again go in as favorites. So coming back to that Kuldeep point, na Chandresh, Kuldeep will always be a handful on any sort of a pitch. Even at Perth, he will get good bounce, and you never know. I've seen Ravi Shastri take 5 wickets at Perth in back in '91 in a tri-series match against Australia.
But that was a
So
different ground.
no, but still that bounce to था उसमें भी मतलब I mean this Optus is also fast and bouncy, something similar. So that essential character of the soil is there, is the same, I think. So I expect I mean Kuldeep, I think bigger grounds, this that in Australia, those things may mean that and overrate also is healthy. Remember now if you have too many fast bowlers bowling, then in the last few overs you could or last over also you could end up bowling with field restrictions if you're behind the over rate, and that can cost you games. And with Nitish Reddy, I don't know what is there in their minds. He didn't bowl a single over in the Test series against West Indies. I'm sure he'll bowl in Australia, but how much we don't know. They clearly don't have too much confidence in his bowling abilities. So I guess, and we have seen the disadvantage of going up with a bowler shot with the way Indian women's team has suffered in the women's World Cup. They have gone in with 5 bowlers and they're getting caned in their last 2 matches by South
Even
Africa and
the final of the ODI World Cup in 2023, India was with only 5 bowlers. They struggled. There was no like
they struggle.
magic
Yeah.
guy with a golden arm.
Yeah, and I guess in the 5 bowler combo also they could have perhaps made it 6 and gone with or in the 5 bowler combo they should have had Ashwin that night if they wanted to go for a wicket like that wherein they really wanted to sort of skittle Australia out on a slow low turning surface, but it backfired very badly for them because they were too much bothered with the wicket and just they perhaps were looking to bat second and repeat the formula that they executed nicely in Chennai, wherein they were playing the entire World Cup like a home series. I think the problem was that they were too bothered with the wickets and riding on their spinners and informed top order batters to win them the World Cup. And the one time when things didn't go according to plan, they didn't know what to do.
Okay, Anubhav has sent us a super chat in euros. So, Dwaipan, €2 is the worth of the super chat. He's asking a very pointed question. Which one is more prestigious, winning the World Test Championship or an away series in Sena country? Remember, India has not won a Test series ever in South Africa. India has not won a Test series. India has only won twice in New Zealand. 67 under Pataudi, 2009 under Thala, and they haven't won there in the last 2 series also. So, which is more prestigious?
See, if the test series is a two-match test series, then I do not attach much importance to it because in a two-match test series, like you do not judge anything. Just it starts, it gets over. Like one false step and it's finished. Like so, I do not attach too much importance to these two-match test series. So if it is a 3 or a 4 match test series, then it does have a lot of importance. When it is with meaningful opposition. Uh, so yes. Uh, I agree that this a test series win maybe against South Africa away from home will mean a lot, but this is a new age where this WTC final has become a coveted prize. Like now you have these three trophies to play for your like life. Everything in life has to have a context these days. So in Test cricket also that context is the WTC final. So finally you are being judged on the basis of what you have done in that WTC final. So yeah, it is very important to win in Sena countries, especially if it is more than a two-test series. But yes, WTC winning the WTC final is probably bigger at the moment. Though I would think that WTC final should be more than one test because a season of a 2 year season cannot just be fathomed by just one test match, because one test match with one bad session and your entire 2 years is gone. So yeah.
Okay, one more super chat. This time, once again from Steve Ticolo. He's on a roll right now. Steve Ticolo. He says, Gigi, रोहित को फील्ड में देखकर हेड विल गो berserk.
रोहित को फील्ड में देख के देखा
Head will go berserk.
हेड विल गो बसक। तो हेड तो इंडियन बॉलर्स को देख के बसक हो जाएगा यार। 2 बार तो उसने अच्छी तरह से धोया है, मतलब twice he has, this head has come back to hurt us from head to tail in the WTC final also and in the World Cup final. So I don't think Rohit ko dekh ke kya hoga. I think generally he's generally a very attacking, aggressive batsman whose whose timing and hand-eye coordination is absolutely brilliant. And then the strength of his shots and the ability to take on the bowlers and the courage, the mental the aptitude that he has is tremendous. The typical Aussie strength he has, the mental strength of giving it back to the bowlers, not in terms of कि मतलब शब्दों से कुछ वार करना, but stroke play से वार करना, and attack them to the point that they become nervous about bowling to him. He has actually got shades of that good old Aussie batting, that intimidatory batting that Hayden and a Ponting would do, wherein anything short and wide would get punished very badly. Uh, you know, I hate to imagine how the close-in fielders must be feeling in tests when they stand next to a guy like Hayden, in full cry. So next to a guy like Hayden in his time, and now Hayden is in presently. So he'll go down as one of the greats of the game, I'm sure. And Australia will miss him whenever he retires from any particular format, like their players tend to do after World Cups. So I guess he'll be a very exciting player to watch in these eight white ball games.
Okay. Uh, I think Pushpa. So I think Cristiano Ronaldo is sort of wondering whether Pratyush is Steve Ticolo, because Pratyush is not on the show today. We don't know. He could well be Steve Ticolo. We don't know. We'll try and solve that mystery shortly. Didi, there's a question from Satwik Bagaria. He says, "Did you all watch that video in which Australia men's and women's players are trolling us and making fun of us for the handshake controversy? Think Australia are playing mind games. Are they playing mind games?
Probably. I quite enjoyed that video.
You enjoyed that? You enjoyed
Yeah.
Indians being made fun of?
As and when it's required, I think it is fine.
Gigi, did you enjoy that piece?
Oh, that handshake thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought there was, but थोड़ा सा वो लग रहा है ना. My fear is that are we becoming the laughing stock of world cricket? But and world
The
of
funny
sport.
part is they have deleted
Yeah.
the video because of
Oh,
the
they've deleted.
trolling. They have deleted the video.
They would have deleted the video, नहीं तो पता चला ये सीरीज कैंसिल हो जाती. ये जो 8 white ball सीरीज हो रहा है, जिससे क्रिकेट ऑस्ट्रेलिया is all laughing all the way to the bank. So many times they've rescued cricket Australia from bankruptcy. Imagine that 2021 series post COVID, when C had actually fired a lot of its employees and was close to bankruptcy, and we went there and we gave them such a blockbuster series. So a lot of their revenues come from India. So I guess some of the players need to be careful. But then I think Aussies are like that. They like to sort of be a bit tongue in cheek about things and get under your skin and stuff. And perhaps it has been timed, intentionally just ahead of this series. This whole joke, and it's in poor taste. But then I guess the other factor also is that. I mean, even the Pakistani commentators made light of that whole gesture, right? The other day,
Because yeah, Pakistan and South Africa players are shaking hands.
Yeah, Ramiz
Yeah,
Raza and Amir
Ravi
Sohail.
Raja and Amir Sohail. Yeah.
Yeah, after the match got over and the players were shaking hands, what exactly did they say?
I don't know because I didn't watch. Didi
They,
must have watched.
Ramiz Raja said that it's good to see they are shaking hands because handshake is becoming out of fashion these days.
so but the best part is this: no handshake policy is limited only to cricket.
Yeah,
so
I believe
the
the junior hockey teams of both the countries shook hands and even did high five.
I don't know whether shook hands, but high fives kiya. I don't know about this thing. So,
So
but
I'm
but but
wondering,
to be
Didi,
very honest,
where did you watch the match?
to be very honest, next
No,
year
Gigi,
जब under 19 World Cup होता है,
no, don't sidestep the question, Gigi. I'm asking Didi, where did he watch the match?
I watched on YouTube.
You watched on YouTube. Oh,
YouTube
you need
if
to
it
take
is
your
like
Aadhaar card details then.
so I'm saying that even when the under 19 World Cup happens the next year in where is it?
Sri
It's in
Lanka.
South Africa, right? I think
No, Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe and yeah, Zimbabwe. So I still believe that the BCCI should tell the players at that point in time, don't start this with the youngsters. Tell them to shake hands and just be normal, play it like a game of cricket. Because वो levels like if you start infusing sort of a hatred, it's going to be very bad. I can understand now why you did it. This was just after Pellingham and all. Hopefully, it's a one-off and this will not be repeated. But if this continues, I hope it does not continue into the under 19 World Cup. The kids not shaking hands is the last thing, or not acknowledging each other, hitting each other is the last thing we would want.
It was four off. 3 Sundays in Dubai and 1 Sunday in Colombo. Four off. Four
Yeah,
successive Sundays.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not a one off.
Not a one-off. Four
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a question from Debankya Jyoti Das. He says the guys who are part of the T20 series like Sanju and Rinku are playing Ranji Trophy, are scoring runs. Is it a good sign that they stay in touch? Didi, what's your take?
Very, very good sign. Very good sign. Like, this is what should happen. Like, you should, like, even if you are playing one format, you should keep playing red ball cricket for your state when you are available, especially the batsmen.
So
Also,
is
the
that a
bowlers
message
also.
for Rocco as well?
Rocco are, it, we are no one to give a
Very
message
few
to Rocco.
times Didi is tongue tied, and this is one time. So please, this might be the moment. Yeah.
I remember Saurav Ganguly is one player who, after his Test career was over, when he was like, even when he was playing IPL, he used to play Ranji matches, at least two, three, four Ranji matches. He used to play just to get a feel of the game. So it is. But then again, I will say this is another era. Ravichandran Ashwin talk so much about his love and passion, etc., etc., for the game. Uh, Midway through the season, he retired. Tamil Nadu were in the knockouts. He could easily have played those two matches, and it would have helped Tamil Nadu immensely. Did not play. He plays TNPL, doesn't play Ranji Trophy. So it's not just Rocco. There are other. This is a different age, different era. Their priorities are different. So you cannot push them. But I think this is a message that has gone from the top, that if you are not you are not playing for India in white ball, play red ball. So these guys are playing. It's a good sign. And one thing, a reference I will give you, after that Asia Cup final, when Wasim Akram was asked why Haris Rauf is bowling so poorly. Uh, he said the only reason why he's so poor because he refuses to play red ball cricket. These guys do not play red ball cricket. All they do is play white ball cricket. And if you do not play red ball cricket, you will not improve as a cricketer.
There are two, three questions around the Asia Cup trophy, Gigi. Komal Singh says BCCI made huge profit in Asia Cup, but still did not get our trophy for our players. Cristiano Ronaldo says, where is the Asia Cup? And Steve Ticolo has a specific super chat for you. He says, Gigi, Asia Cup की trophy कब लेके आ रही है BCCI?
सर मैं भी बीसीसीआई ऑफिशियल से बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ एंड इफ आई हैव एनी अपडेट आई विल लेट आवर व्यूअर्स नो एंड एवरीबडी नो बिकॉज आई एम आल्सो क्यूरियस कि क्या हुआ आई मीन मुझे बताया गया था कि धुलाई कर दिया हमने नकवी की एसीसी एजीएम में तो इफ ऑल दैट हैज हैपेंड then where is the trophy and why has it not been I mean the only story that came out was that he has nicely locked up the trophy in the ACC office in Dubai and gone to Pakistan where he's visible
हाँ,
during the test match and
वो कोहिनूर और एशिया कप ट्रॉफी एक ही साथ आ जाएगा.
हाँ वैसे ही होएगा मुझे लग रहा है कोहिनूर भी आएगा और एशिया कप ट्रॉफी भी आएगा कुछ नहीं होने वाला एशिया कप ट्रॉफी वहीं रहेगा हाँ नेक्स्ट एशिया कप ट्रॉफी होएगा कि नहीं उस पर बहुत जबरदस्त भयंकर सीरियस डाउट है you know I think that tournament is history because this unless this controversy sees a very maybe Donald Trump will have to come and intervene after resolving the whole Gaza conflict the next thing that he will be asked to do is this he solve this Asia Cup this thing and then there'll be a big press conference and between BCCI and Naqvi and all our BCCI bosses will be there and the trophy will be handed over to
So you're saying
Surya
thank you
Kumar
for your
Yadav.
attention to this matter.
Yeah, and then there'll be a big tweet and a big this thing, and then he will claim the Nobel Peace Prize for having restored the India's trophy back to the Indian cricket team. and for Nakvi to have this thing to also be given something कि वो भी present कर रहा है. Maybe AI उसके through, he's giving the trophy to Surya Kumar Yadav, and that image will be released to the world.
Acha, when will the India A squad be announced? That's a question that's being asked again and again. And there's also allegation on you, Gigi, that you're hyping up Patidar but not talking about Ruturaj Gaikwad. And also that we are not talking about Sarfraz Khan.
But Sarfaraz has just come off injury. He didn't play the entire season last year. ये साल भी दुलीप ट्रॉफी नहीं खेल पाए वो, ईरानी कप नहीं खेल पाए, ठीक है, wasn't picked for the England tour. So he's been lacking in cricket. He looked good, although the people who were my colleague Mr. Rajesh Pansari was there at the Rajesh Pansari was there at the match, and a senior veteran journalist called Makran Vegankar. He's traveled all the way to Srinagar to watch the match. So he was telling me that Sarfraz looked in very good touch in both the innings, but got out. I think second innings he got run out for 42 or something. So थोड़ा सा वो he needs to score more runs to gain attention. Why I spoke about Patidar was because on a turning track, suddenly somebody scores such a terrific double hundred, makes a case for definitely. When you have a home season in which you're expecting turning tracks, and Patidar is a known good player of spin bowling, like Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas on a red ball break, so might as well if Patidar is in good form. Patidar is 32. It's not like he's very very old or something. So if you could bring back a 33, 34-year-old Karun Nair, then why not Patidar, who had a bad series, I agree, against England last year, got developed stage fright and something, but then guess Ritu has not really been, Ritu, Sanju, Rinku has done well in red ball cricket in the past, but Rinku नीचे batting करते हैं, I don't know, I can see Patidar filling in that number 3 spot. That is why I'm specifically saying that, although I still believe the selectors might even be in a mood to give a longer run to Sai Sudarshan, but वो गाड़ी कहाँ तक जाएगी मुझे नहीं मालूम है. With Patidar, you know that he can play fast bowling well as well. He's the captain of an IPL winning trophy team. He's in sort of the form of his life, high on confidence. This is the time to bring him back in the test format. Because other two formats I know there's a logjam. बहुत ज़्यादा fight है. अच्छे player नहीं आ पा रहे हैं. So might as well give him a run, rerun in the test format.
Okay, one final question. This is for you, Didi. Indian supporter says if BCCI reprimanded Virat Kohli for posting a yo-yo score, will they take action against Ajit Agarkar for discussing team selection on media channels, giving personal interviews?
No, I don't think so, because we should see who. Like, there are a lot of other reasons. Like, we should
Like
see
what?
which channel, who is the owner. Those things we should see. Like, there is a reason why he's allowed to do what he does. So had
Is
this
that?
been 5 years ago, I don't think Ajit Agarkar would have been allowed to go in that channel.
Oh, that's the reason why he did that interview.
He was allowed to.
He was allowed. What? I don't know. But like, I'm sorry.
I have said what I had to say. Intelligent people will figure it out.
Basically, Didi saying समझने वाले समझ गए, ना समझे वो अनाड़ी है.
Wanadi.
हाँ, अनाड़ी है. उसको आप अरेंज कर लीजिए अपने हिसाब से. Okay, thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today, Dwaipa and Gigi. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Looking ahead to that first one-day international, lot of excitement building up towards that match. That's it for today. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and comment on all our videos and be part of the conversation right here. We'll be back tomorrow. Till then, take good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from all of us here on TOI Sports.